What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I know in my terms of content, if you guys watched my video from yesterday, I did say I was going to try to do some different content and different things. Uh, Sorry, one sec. Good luck. Have fun. So I said that I'd be trying a lot of different content and different stuff. So I've been playing in this NAIC tournament from 2017, where I played Vespiquen, and I did not do well. Um, but that was like one of my more favorite tournaments of the year. That was a season where I had a multiple top eights, and I had a lot of fond memories of that year. So I've been playing in this tournament. It's a BO3 tournament. I'm starting 0-1. This is my round two. I'm up against Bert Wolters. You guys may know him. He top eighted two Australia ICs back to back, top eighted Worlds with Greninja. He's an incredible player. Um, I don't think I need to say more about him. He's just all around an amazing guy. And I think he's playing Greninja, but we are going head to head in this match. He's playing Vulpix Tails. So the rule set deems that we have to go pass, and no bench any other basics, nothing else, because the current rule set does not allow us to match the exact rule set that we had during NAIC that year, which is that supporters can be played going first, but no attack going first. So I just have to verify that he doesn't, attack here, but he'll, get the possible um, he gets a supporter off, whatever. So basically, I played bees that year. It was my baby, and I'm having a lot of fun revisiting this format. So I thought I would have a lot of fun recording my matches, aim for a more competitive gameplay channel, talk about my lines of play, and kind of go through that route. Now, from first glance, this hand is abysmal. I actually can't do anything with it. I can get an attack off with Psychic, but past that, I really can't do anything. Like, my hand is triple Vespiquen, a Stretcher, Mewtwo, and a DCE. Now, even if I play everything down that I can possibly play down, I can get to 4 cards in hand, which is not good. This matchup generally is, I think, very traditionally favored unless he plays Karen. If he plays Karen, the matchup gets unfavored pretty quickly. So now even if I attack with Mewtwo here, this Vulpix can come up and, do some damage, some serious damage to me. But if I can top deck a Lysander or something, okay, so we got an Acrobike to start the turn. That's pretty good. Let's Acro. And N, that's a godsend, honestly. I don't think it could have asked for something better. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't really care about getting the 20 damage down. This DCE is more important than doing 20 damage with the Mewtwo. Had I hit a Lysander, though, I do get the knockout on the Vulpix, which is actually very important to note. I have end myself into another not so great hand. This Acrobike, I'm looking for a support. I can look for this Forest here because I can evolve into Vespiquen in the first turn. Putting the Sycamore in the discard, giving it to me for the next possible turn. I can retreat into this Mewtwo, basically making it a sacrificial lamb and passing. By discarding the Sycamore off of the Acrobike, I have indicated that I do possibly have a follow-up supporter or a Via Seeker in my hand, so Bert does know that as a player. He didn't see a Combi hit the board, but this is the forest. This and 2017 Worlds were some of the last time we could use the Forest of Giant Plants, um, and it was such an impactful card, most notably for Decidueye Vileplume, Decidueye Ninetales. But I enjoyed playing it in Vespiquen as it is a card that gives you a lot of burst potential, especially with awkward setups like this one, where you can come in and do a lot of damage. Now, important to note, Bert does have Ice Path GX on Ninetales, so if I do hit him for 90 plus damage on my first attack with Vespiquen, it will be incredibly nullified because he can just GX and take the tempo back with that. But important to note on my end, he's already used 2 Aqua Patches, but I am behind on energy attachments. I am behind on attacks. Um, I'm behind on literally everything that the game has dictated to be, ahead. The Sycamore top deck doesn't quite matter. Special Charge, none of these cards really matter. The Flareon and the Vaporeon are 2 cards I do want to have in the discard. They don't really do anything. So we can go ahead and do this to start. We have 4 in here. We'd like to get it to 8 if possible. Um, we're going to take the Combi, just because another Sycamore doesn't do us any favors. I'm not putting the Combi down because he can just snipe it. So the Forest comes into play there. So we'll do it like this. We have 5 in here, so I'm at 7, and we're going to go ahead and retreat. I could put the Combi down, actually. force him to snipe. If he snipes, then I have to go for the one shot the following turn. So I think that's the play I'm going to end up making. And I'm going to go ahead and be revenge here for 70 damage. Now this means I need to find a choice band plus 4 more Pokemon in the discard. If he does knock out my active, that means I need to find a choice band plus 2 more Pokemon, which is not that difficult to do. My deck does play 1 copy of N. It's already in the discard. So in my eyes, this turn is more than likely going to end up becoming an N turn, because Bert is going to end up going down to 4 prize cards. Depending on how impactful this turn is from him, it doesn't look like he's actually doing anything. He does, I think, aim on sniping out my B. Yeah, there it is. I anticipated this. This keeps my energy on the board. This keeps everything really on the board. So now I have to go for the one shot on the active. An unknown, that's a really good top deck. Let's Shaman for 4. We're putting a Shaman down, which is a little bit risky, especially considering it's a 1 prize battle. We did get the choice band. So we've got 5 now, 6 in discard, 7 on the bench. We attach here. This always happens. So now we're at 5 here, 11, 12, 13, 14. We do have the knockout if I choose the Sycamore. I think I am going to end up Sycamoring. I will bench the Combi, and I think I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore. This does mean that we are down to 1 VS Seeker, which means we only have 1 N out, but I do play 2 copies of Lysander. That means I do have 2 options to still capture things up and do something with it. A Vespiquen off the bat also is really good, because that means that I can just, evolve it and have it. We're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball also, because I don't need these Pokemon, and I'd like to just have more Pokemon in the discard. Probably grabbing ourselves another unknown to set up for future turns. Now we can hold these unknowns, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're doing 150 damage. This is 2 additional draws in case of an N. So we're going to go ahead and be revenge, take the 2 prizes here. This also means the unknowns make us slightly more Karen proof in the event that he does play that. The Mr. Mime is the card that I was looking for on my initial search. It being prized does pose a little bit of a problem, because having it down does really help in this matchup. Teammates is also a good card. It's a card that actually exited my list for Worlds when I made the change, because I felt like the Teammates was really a pivot to grab the Mewtwo and the Choice Band on the crucial turn to knock out an Espeon that is attacked into you with Psychic, or used Cross Divide. Not Cross Divide, Cross Division? Maybe that's the Espeon's attack? I don't remember. It's been a while. But this Mewtwo was in the deck to deal with that, more so than not. But now, yeah. Bert had to face a tough decision there, deciding whether or not to bench the Tapu Lele, because he knows that I have 150 damage in showing, and 170 with the 2 unknowns. So if he doesn't knock out my active this turn, I can possibly knock out his Tapu Lele, and he knows that. He's fully aware of this fact. That's why he's playing a little bit more cautiously. Yeah, it looks like I think his best supporter here. If he hits a Karen, then I am in a lot of trouble, actually, if he does Karen me this turn. But if he does Karen me, he does open himself up to the potential that I can kill the Vulpix and put him completely out of the game. So I think even if he did have a Karen, this is not the turn that you would want to Karen. An attachment here means he's relying on an Aqua Patch onto the bench. His last Aqua Patch in the deck, notably. I did get into a Lysander. That's really good for me. That means that he's going to go ahead and use the Tapu Koko to spread. He can go to Ninetales here. He keeps the Vulpix alive, which is, a good sign for him. But for me, I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17 knockout on the Lele, which also puts me really far ahead on the prize race. So I can pop these 2, giving me 2 additional draws, which I'm completely okay with. Do this. At this point in the game, I think the Mime is completely irrelevant. So we're going to go ahead and set ourselves up in the best position possible for after an N. So we're going to go ahead and just Ultra Ball, grabbing a Shaman for the possible post-N play, bench another unknown. This puts us at a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20 here. If he knocks out active, we're still at 20, leaving us to find a DCE. So we could technically dig for the knockout on this Ninetales, probably sealing up the game. but I am down 4 Acrobike, and I am down 3 Ultra Ball and 3 Sycamore. So I think the safest play here is to simply just do this, bring this guy up, keep everything as it is, be Revenge, take my 2 prize cards, an end to 2 now becomes an end to 4 for me, potentially 5 depending on my deck. I have 3 consistency outs. I did get a Sycamore out of the prizes, which does mean that Lele is live. I think I have 2 Lele in the deck. One's in the discard. Apologies. So I should be able to one-shot this Ninetales, and if he does Karen me this turn, I do think it is GG. I don't think I can come back from that if he has a Karen in his deck. If he doesn't have a Karen in his deck, I do think I win. He is going for the Lele, indicating maybe he has the Karen. I think I have to hope that he just doesn't play it. If he Karens with a 0-card hand, maybe I can do something. Maybe I can Sky Return with a Shaman if I had a Choice Band and try to... So it's an end. So this is like the perfect place for him to Karen, which means at this point in time, I have to assume that he does not play Karen. Deck lists are not public information, so I don't know what is or what is not in his deck list. This is also this little bugger down here, Mr. Instruct, is coming in handy because I don't really have to do anything. I can just find what I need. So he gets the knockout here. I have to one-shot him. Keep in mind he does still have Ice Path. I do have a Revitalizer to close out the game if I need it. So I'm not completely out of attackers by any means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves the Tapu Lele. I believe that is game. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, Tapu Lele for the teammates, and that should be the game. Tapu Lele. Go ahead, use that. Teammates, go ahead, use that. Unknown first. Verify that I do get to the 21. Teammates, DCE, Shaman, whatever. I'm just going to get the unknown just in case I miscounted. I'm always a little bit paranoid about miscounting here. And we'll go ahead and attach, and we'll go ahead and be Revenge for what I believe is the one-shot. And that is game 1 to me. So it looks like Bert does not play a copy of Karen, which makes this matchup, I think, pretty favored for me. Let me presume. So I'm going to say I think Bert is going to end up going first in this matchup this time around. So let me confirm with Bert. And I guess I will give him a second I'll challenge him real quick. And let's grab 2017 Vespi. So the matchup, I actually played this matchup at Worlds, but my opponent did play Karen. So the matchup ended up coming down to a game 3 situation where my opponent needed to Karen 3 or 4 times to actually call me out of the game. I would have actually won the game otherwise, purely because I think game 2 my opponent did not see the Ice Path play, and that was actually really crucial. I'm going to open Combi here because I have the Choice Band. I have an N, which is not a Sycamore, sadly enough. So pass. I have to look for the Forest. Speak of the devil. This is also a little skewed. Keep in mind, because we get 1 extra card, so it's not accurate by any means. So Bert gets a turn. Honestly, not going second and not being able to beacon does hurt him a little bit. But given the state of my hand, I can actually dig pretty deep and go for the one-shot if I'd like to, and I think that is the game plan on the Vulpix. Take tempo, seize the board, and kind of make him answer to my plays. Without being able to use Beacon for at least one turn, the Alolan Vulpix deck does struggle to find basics unless they go ahead and use the Lele for Bridget. And I think he's avoiding trying to use the Lele for Bridget because that does mean that he puts a GX down for me. That's 2 prizes. He's going to end up putting it down. A Lele is surprisingly easy to knock out in the grand scheme of things. So if he's putting 2 down for me, then I can put down 2 for him, which means the Shaman can hit my board. Uh, the biggest thing about this format used to be that Garbodor was such a prevalent deck that you needed a way to beat Garbodor. And looking at Bert's deck, it seems um, very either similar or almost exactly the same as Gustavo's top 8 deck, which he pretty much walked into cut with and then uh, had two unfortunate games against Decidueye, I heard, and then lost. But the deck was catered to beat Garbodor decks because you could just kind of snipe Ice Path. Ninetales didn't really need um, anything. So here we go. Let's get the show on the road. I'm gonna Ultra Ball Lele away. I'm pretty confident. Or I can Ultra Ball N away and the special charge Shaman first. Lele for Sycamore possibly after, which I think is also fine. So let's do it that way. Forest. Let's do that because that way, even though I put 2 down, I am ensuring that off this Shaman, if I draw like certain Pokemon or I hit the Sycamore, it's effectively the same net. My bench does get a little bit more cluttered, but I don't think I mind it. So let's go ahead and Acro. We will take this guy because I don't really mind pitching the Stretcher here. Um, Guru hits my board every time. That card is pretty broken. Unknown hits my board every time. And we're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball these two boys away. I have the knockout. I just need to find the energy now. So we'll go ahead and check. I do 4 double colorless. I do have 1 more choice band. I have both my Lysander. I have teammates. End's already in the discard. So I know I have those pieces. So it looks like I think I want to just put a card in the discard that I'm not going to be using for the rest of the game. So I'll go ahead and grab this Mind Jack. I'm going to go ahead and use the Instruct here because I do plan on using the Unknowns after. That's a little bit of an unfortunate Instruct for me. So we'll go ahead and Sycamore everything away. Oh, voila. I don't think I can complain too much about that one. We've got the 4. I put the 1 more in there. I leave it exactly at 6 because I do want to kind of dictate how much damage I do and where I go with the game. So on this path, I go ahead and be Revenge, take out the Vulpix, and we take the first prize of the game. Tempo is controlled. The Bees deck is in full motion. Having the Revitalizer in my hand is a little bit unfortunate because that does mean that both my recovery cards will more than likely hit the discard. But this turn, I don't think he can one-shot me. I think he's just giving me the Tapu Lele to kind of sacrifice it. Yeah, and there it is. The blower comes through, indicating that he wants to just go ahead and go for the 2-shot and say, hey, I'm daring you to get the 1-shot here. His hand must not be good considering he didn't do anything this turn. So I think we can go as aggressive as we would like. That's a fine top deck. Both Pokemon are just bad for us. So we're going to go ahead and pitch this entire hand. I don't think we're going to end him at all. His turn was just an attach, blower, pass, effectively. Let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's see what resources I do have. I have 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Acro Bike. So I think doing the Unknown is fine here. See what I get. And we can be a little bit greedy and just do it again. See what happens. I did not hit it, so I don't think I'm going to put the choice band down. I don't see a reason to put the choice band down if I don't hit it there. So no teammates is a little bit upsetting because that means I don't have an energy for the follow-up turn. But I do have the Lele, so I can Lele for teammates. I was hoping to hit another energy so I can cleanly retreat and do stuff. But let's double check the math. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We are 1 short. We'll go ahead and be Revenge. This math is a little bit unfortunate also because Shaman can, Sky Return doesn't kill, but I do have the Choice Band, and I would like to preserve the last Choice Band in my deck. So ideally, if I hit a DCE next turn, or I could Lele for the teammates, which I plan on doing once this Vespiquen gets knocked out, promote the Vespiquen. I'm going to teammates for the DCE and a Combi, evolve up the Combi to the, put the Combi down. I don't have the Forest, so I'd just like to keep it on there for now. Both my recovery cards are gone, so I do have to play it a little bit carefully. Oh, a Via Seeker for a Bridget. Oh no, that can't be good from Bert's side. He does take 1 prize. He does get to see a card off this. Double Tapu Koko. A DC. I think he's going to go ahead and retreat into the Koko, knowing that my game plan will be to wipe my Shaman off the board. This also puts him in a position where another DCE means he can one-shot my Vespiquen with the Lele. Um, so in this situation, what I'd really like to do is, I think my initial game plan does not change whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and tap Ulele for the teammates. I do have double Lysander in the deck still. Not having either in the discard nor my hand is a little bit unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and grab the DCE. We're going to go ahead and grab, oh my god, I prize 2 Combies, it looks like. That is not good, folks. I should have Revitalizer 1 back, I think. That is something that I should have noticed. Really big mistake on my part not noticing that, actually. I do have Forest, so I could preemptively grab the Forest. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Get the Floatstone and the DCE. Floatstone my Oranguru. Put the DC on the Vespiquen. The energy no longer matters for me, so I don't want to get end into the special charge. I'd rather get end into the energy. So I'm going to go ahead and special charge the 1, and I'm going to go ahead and be Revenge for what I believe is the knockout here. Yeah, 150. I need to hit a Combi off of these prizes, please. No, that's not good, guys. So I have to hope Bert continues to dredge off for at least one more turn on my end, or we're going to be in a little bit of a sticky pickle, guys. I need one more turn of dead drawing out of Bert. It doesn't look like it. That's not good for me. I mean, I can teammates. I can take the knockout here. I do get 2 prizes, so we can turn it around still. Him having to attack with a Lele is a blessing in disguise. So we'll go ahead. There's a Lysander. Sad timing, but yeah, no, it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and teammates. I'm going to go ahead and grab the DC, and I'm going to grab the Forest, assuming he doesn't have the end for the following turn. So we'll go ahead and do this. We're going to go do this. I'm going to go ahead and retreat into this guy, and I'm going to go ahead and Sky Return the Shaman back into my hand, preserving my Choice Band. I'll promote this guy. If he does get the one-shot, I would be very impressed, but I don't think I'd be too hard-pressed about it, because I can afford to give up one more knockout somewhere and just one-shot him with the Vespiquen. It does look like he hit a Ninetales or something of the nature. Most importantly to note, 3 DCEs are down. So when he uses the Blizzard Edge attack, if he does pull that off, he has to discard a lot of resources. And most depressingly to note on my end, I have still not hit a Combi. That's not good, gentlemen. So Wonder Tag, he is picking up some of the pieces here. Oh no. I am down the Combi, and N comes through. Oh boy, guys, can we do something about this situation? Hitting the double colorless is good because I can attack with Lele still, but it looks like Lele will have to be my attacker for now. Not a good thing to say, but you know, it is what it is. A beacon coming up. I think he's gonna grab the Octillery. I'd have to presume the Octillery is what he grabs here. He does now have supporters to play, if you'd like. Oh boy. Guys, we are in a sticky wicket here. Octillery Lele. So this deck predominantly functions on the Lele. This no longer matters to me. The one Vespiquen is all that matters in the grand scheme of things for me. Both stand-in Zorks are also gone. So we're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball these 2 away. Just thin our deck a little bit. Prepare for the impending. Just find my attackers, do something with them for the time being. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's retreat into the Lele. And we're going to take the 40 damage where we can get it. We do have 2 more energy in the deck, so I can dedicate 1 more energy to this Tapu Lele, which is something to be noted, I guess. He does discard his energies with the Blizzard Edge, so it is counterintuitive, and he can Ice Path me, also a problem. So unless I can find another Combi, I think we're gonna lose this one, guys. I think we're gonna have to take it to a game 3. He's baiting me into the attachment here. He's gonna try to beacon again, I think, and he's gonna force the attachment. Bert knows what he's doing. I think he has counted all my pieces and he knows either my forest is prized or a Vespiquen is prized or something important is not in the deck right now. Um, Something is missing from my deck and he's trying to figure out what it is. A Lysander has yet to hit my discard. So out of these 12 cards, I do have a Lysander, I have 2 DCEs, and I have the Choice Band. So what I can do next turn is if I don't get one shot, he didn't retreat, so this is also a good sign for me. What I'm going to end up doing here, um, hoping he doesn't hit a blower, because the blower does mean game over for me, in my opinion, is I'm going to Shaman for the 3, needing to just hit a DCE here, double colorless. Um, we're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball these 2 away, grabbing a Vespiquen, putting it in my hand, because I can't afford to hit that off the Acrobike. If I hit it off the Acrobike, I probably lose the game. Okay, that's fine. Losing that is not a big deal in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and commit the double DCE, and we'll go ahead and Energy Drive for the knockout. Losing the Choice Band does mean that I can no longer commit 3 DCs to Tapu Lele and one-shot his Tapu Lele if the situation does call for it. But this does mean I think I have knockout in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, and I have the 19th on the board. So I do one-shot it. I just have to hope he doesn't have an N. Or if he ends me, I can't draw any of these cards in combination with the Sycamore. So I think he does definitely have the N. He's gonna go ahead and end me. So I have to hope that I don't draw into this exact like Sycamore plus one of these 3. I can draw these 3 and Sycamore. I do get the Oranguru. So Lysander is not the card I'm looking for. He's going to go ahead and dump everything. Okay, he hit the Choice Band. He needed to hit the Choice Band there. He's going to draw 3, looking for the Field Blower. I believe the deck plays 2 Field Blower. So if he hits the Field Blower, I do think I lose the game. He does have to Blizzard Edge me though, so maybe I don't. Maybe I can just Sky Return into a Combi? That doesn't sound right. I don't think I can do that. So Blizzard Edge comes out, and he has to hope that I go for like a messy Ice Path or something here, I think. Or like a Switch play? I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and cross our fingers and hope for the best. These cards suck. I think I go ahead and bench it just to draw an extra card. I have to not draw Sycamore in conjunction with those 2. That should be the game. Sycamore the whole deck. I don't think I can unknown now, actually. I can unknown. Yeah. Farewell Letter. Combi. Forest. Vespiquen. Double colorless. Retreat. And Be Revenge does take the knockout. And the game. That was incredibly close. That will do it for me here, guys. I will put on tomorrow's round once I play tomorrow's round. But if you want to see the deck list, let me know. I'll post it. This is my Nationals deck list. I don't think I ever posted it to the YouTube. It might be one of my older videos. But that is my game against Bert. Thank you for watching. I will continue to do these videos and old tournaments that I play. Maybe the Limitless tournament as well. So thank you guys so much and appreciate the watch.